The most important vision I think I've ever had in my lifetime was about 9/11, 5 years before it happened. I was in Brooksville, Florida, went to lay down before service, and I went into this deep sleep, and immediately I was in a full color, three-dimensional vision, walking up a road, came to a wall, saw a black, square-looking cloud in the sky, and when I climbed on the wall, it was the World Trade Center shrouded in black. It had 5 gray-looking tornadoes coming off of it with paper flying off of it. And you could see and a cornfield, and it took out a row of corn. Each tornado took out a row of corn, and I ran down the sidewalk, and I'm abbreviating this, of course, but we drew a picture of it, and they'll show you that on the screen. And this was taken before 9/11 ever happened. Wow. Now, if you'll remember, Marcus called me after this, you and Marcus, and Brother Copeland was on. And he asked me, Perry, we showed this on Daystar before it ever happened, showed the pictures. What do you think it means? And of course, the corn in the Old Testament was the economy. So these, this is really bizarre. If you take the 2 Trade Center buildings that fell, there was Trade Center, the 2 Trade Centers, there was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There was actually 5 buildings affected, besides the 2, a total of 7. So the 5 tornadoes were the buildings that would be affected. The economy was affected. Millions of jobs were lost. And again, we're abbreviating this. That was the most significant vision that I've ever had.
Did you recognize the World Trade Centers?
I knew when I saw it what it looked like.
Yeah, because
but I could never figure out what it meant. I remember during Y2K, someone said that could be a computer mainframe. I said, "Well, just see." Of course, that didn't pan out. Yeah. And I actually had 3 drawings made. I put them in the book, but I had 3 drawings made in 1999 by J. Michael Leonard of Cleveland, Tennessee. And when 5 days before the Trade Center was struck, I found those drawings and pulled them out, and I laid them down, and they can verify this at the office. I said, terrorists are going to attack the Trade Center. Wow. And I walked out with the pictures. Then at 10 in the morning, approximately, they said a plane has struck one of the towers, and I thought it was a little plane, because I didn't have a television set.
Like an accident.
Yeah, an accident. When they said the second one, and when I saw the smoke coming up, that's what I saw in the vision. Remember, the first plane hit, and there was that square top part and the black smoke. And I'm just telling you, I can't even tell you how I felt. And I started getting calls from Marcus and all the television networks that had seen the picture. We're talking to years, quite a bit before it happened. And then we were interviewed in Atlanta for 4 hours on live television. And when God shows you something like this, it's very humbling. It doesn't make you more important than anyone else or special. And honestly, it's quite frightening, because then you realize if you see another vision, it's likely to come to pass.
Why do you feel like the Lord revealed that to you?
To this day, and I'm being as honest as I can be, I have no idea. But I do know that when I told it, and it happened in detail, that it made the ministry known all over the world. And maybe that was God's avenue of getting people to listen to what you say, to say, well, look, if the guy says something, if he says the Lord told him, take it to the bank. And I think that may be it. And that's why I'm very careful. If the Lord does not speak to me, because people will say, what about the election? What about this? If I don't hear it, you're never going to hear me say anything. You're never going to hear me speculate or predict unless I absolutely know that I've seen something.